Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heroes Palace. I'm tezdahero.
And I'm Big B.
And today we have another Marvel video for you.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about Shulk.
That's She-Hulk for those of you that don't know.
And seeing how the series has just ended, we thought we'd share a little bit about the show and maybe discuss our opinions on it.
So, as always, hit that like button, give us a subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that way you are always in the loop when we drop new and upcoming content. Videos are coming soon, so sit back and enjoy and leave a comment.
But remember, if you do, don't be a troll. This is purely for entertainment purposes, so enjoy everyone's opinion and have fun. Alright, so once again, this video is going to be on She-Hulk and the series that was just released on Disney+. I will warn you, there are some spoilers in our discussion.
Spoiler alert. Right now, spoiler alert.
So if you have not seen this series, please
Go watch
please,
something else that we put out. Watch another video of
Yes.
us, you know.
Unless you just don't mind getting a spoiler. I mean, otherwise, just go ahead, right along, watch the video. You know what I'm saying? So
I will say I enjoyed She-Hulk. I really enjoyed watching that series. There were some things that I was a little iffy about that I was surprised that they went the way they went.
yeah.
But the actress, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she did a really good job. The CG, thank you for fixing it. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate it.
You normalize it. We appreciate that. The only thing that I really picked at it was, I know that She-Hulk is the fourth wall breaker in Marvel Universe before Deadpool.
Yeah, the first one.
She was the very first one. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Shulky. That's right, Shulky was the very first one. But I think they went a little too overboard with it.
Yeah,
in the
sometimes
series.
I was just like, you know, especially like in a couple scenes when she was with the Hulk and she like talking to us, and I'm like, he ain't even paying no mind to it. Like, come on, bro. Like,
all right, so if you haven't seen it, basically the show starts off like this. You see Jennifer Walters comes in. You know, she's talking to her little attorney friends in the office, and you just kind of get introduced to the whole cast. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened? I think Bruce called her or something. Her and Bruce went for a drive.
yeah,
or
they
something.
went for a drive.
To talk, yeah.
And then
To talk about how he was doing.
spacecraft, you know, came and ran him off the
A
road.
Centauri
Right.
messenger ship or some
Right.
shit like that. And she wrecked, or they wrecked off the road, and she pulled Bruce out of the car. When she did, his blood got into a cut on her arm, and
Right.
that's how she got infected.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's how they did it.
That is not how it happens in the comic book.
Not at all.
So for those who haven't read the comic book or don't know anything about She-Hulk, basically in the comic book, she wanted to be a dancer, and her dad was a sheriff, wouldn't allow it, and her mother, you know, always supportive. Her mother ends up getting shot by a hitman from Trask. So to get back at the sheriff, Walters. So that's when Jen decides she wants to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then one day Bruce comes to her and is like, hey, I need to tell you something. I'm the Incredible Hulk. And now she's really interested to know what's been going on and how, you know, if he's doing okay. So they start up a conversation. Well, during this conversation, a Trask hitman coming in to take out Bruce Banner because he's not Hulk yet, ends up shooting Jen to the point to where she's on her deathbed. So Bruce ends up fighting the attackers off, gets her to a hospital office. It's not a hospital, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and he puts blood transfusion in her, but like he hooks up. The only way he can save her is by
Giving her some of his blood.
some of his blood. So she needed the blood.
Which should have killed her because of all the
Because of
gamma radiation
right.
in it.
And she
yeah.
did die on the table.
Okay.
So Bruce thought she was dead. Well, in the comic book, when she died, her astral projection form goes to what they call the bedrock of hell. It's called the Green Door. There's a green door there, and it's supposed to be like for mutants, gamma ray mutants, for when they go into the afterlife.
Okay. Anybody who's been fused.
She goes to open this green door, and another one appears in front of her. So she decides to go in that one instead, and it revives her. So Bruce doesn't know all this, so he's like, "Oh, thank God she's revived." So, she turns into the Hulk at the hospital. Bruce finally gets her to the hospital, dips out, because he doesn't want to be blamed for her attack.
Okay.
Because he is the Incredible Hulk, so he dips out, leaves her at the hospital. Trash Man, knowing that Bruce is out of the picture, that the Hulk has left the scene, goes back to the hospital to try to finish off Jen. And that's when the gamma radiation kicks in.
And she transforms.
Into She-Hulk. And she basically goes on a rampage. Takes out the Hitman. And then, like, little few frames later in the comic book, she learns how to control it. She can turn back and forth. And then one day she just decided, you know what, after these attacks, I'm never turning back into Jen again. She literally stays She-Hulk in the comic books. It's very rare that she ever changes back to Jen.
I do like the fact that in the show they touched on her, how she felt about being She-Hulk and Jen. Because at first she was like, I really don't want to be She-Hulk. First she didn't even like the name.
Right, and I do like that because that is what happened in the comic, so they did touch on that. So that was pretty cool.
Welcome back, Blonsky.
Right. Look, and where did they get the idea to have Blonsky to have a meditation branch? You know what I'm saying?
He's like all sitting down. And then some of the other heroes that were surrounding him.
Right, yeah.
It was wild. It definitely was wild.
For what it was, the show was really good, I think. I do like the fourth wall break because I'm a huge Deadpool fan.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job. Again, with the casting.
Yeah. I mean, even though I will say this, her friend and the other dude, whose names I can't even remember because they were good, but at the same time, they really weren't that memorable to me. Really.
And I do like this Blonsky instead of the one that was in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same actor, but the way that he looks is more
totally different, yeah.
Right.
So
And yet again, Wong popping up.
Love old Wong, bro.
Look,
Wong is just all over the place.
Gold. I'm trying to tell you, Wong is gold.
Yes, he is.
Anywhere he pops up. And
I am the new Sorcerer Supreme.
I really do like the fact that it gets me excited about the Daredevil series that's coming because they even had Mr. Matt Murdock in there.
Yeah, getting it on with She-Hulk, just like in the comics. Right. That was her main flame.
Exactly. Like, they show her dating aspect of it. I mean, it's, accurate.
Let's just... She-Hulk gets around.
Yeah.
Okay, she's definitely very promiscuous when it comes to the hero life.
We'll see how it goes.
I like how they had Wong go into the jail and kidnap Blonsky just so he could fight him.
Yeah.
To train to be Sorcerer Supreme.
Which that ties into Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it does. Because, I mean, Marvel are doing subtle tie-ins here and there in these series and in the movies lately. So I just hope they keep up with the good casting.
Yeah,
right.
And I really hope that a lot of these shows aren't just like one-offs. Like, at least give us 2-3 seasons. You ain't got to make them, 5, 6, 7 years long. But just a couple seasons. Don't get me invested.
I mean, the Mandalorian seasons was the perfect length.
Right.
To be honest with you, and if Marvel sticks to that, and Disney sticks to that, then I don't see any problem why they shouldn't just keep this going. Any other things on She-Hulk?
I mean, look. I gotta address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. That right there was like one of those really moments.
Yeah, I think they just threw that in there, just to be like, let's fuck with people. I really think that.
I guess. I mean, out of all the celebrities they could have used,
Megan Thee Stallion,
just to have them twerking together.
But I got nothing wrong, nothing against Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
No.
It's just kind of weird. It almost makes it feel like, I don't know, because it puts her in MCU. It puts her in the universe. Like, there's a Megan Thee Stallion in the universe.
Also, the ending. I do want to address the ending.
Okay.
Okay. The ending was just all over the place in the beginning.
I was excited to see Kevin until I saw Kevin.
Until I saw Kevin. Yeah, Kevin wasn't the Kevin that was supposed to be Kevin.
Right.
That's a big spoiler.
Touche. I see what you did there.
And then they don't even like go back and reset it up. They just
erase
everything, and then everything's like finished, and Blonsky's getting put in the freaking.
Right.
You know, she's like, "Do you understand that you got to go back for 3 months?" Blah blah blah. And it's like, "Oh, come on." I mean, it's like, what happened?
That kind of threw me for a loop, and I don't know. It kind of took away from the ending of it because it was just like she kind of wrote her own ending by breaking the fourth wall and talking to the creator, like. Now you just kind of like...
That's some Deadpool shit.
Right, like, yeah. I know this is a show, this is how I wanted to end.
That's Deadpool be like, you know what, I don't like this anymore.
Right. So, like...
We're going to rewind.
I definitely need to see them on screen together.
Oh, for sure.
I need to see what's going to happen there.
I would definitely love to see her, Deadpool, and Daredevil on the screen together. Because there were some comic books where they get in trouble.
I mean, even if it was for a scene, you know, that's the fan service I like, you know. But,
so, Hulk's son.
I was about to just ask, do we want to go there? I mean, first of all, like, shocker, not no shocker.
I mean
I didn't think they would introduce him like this.
I didn't either. I figured they'd wait till like one of the movies coming up or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and especially for them to drop Hulkling the way they did. You know, it kind of was. I mean, I feel like they're trying to come up with like a teen Avengers kind of thing going.
Like a young...
Right, because, you know, Spider-Man and then Miss Marvel, you know, Sakaar, you know. Ironheart, you know. So maybe that's the route they're going to go. We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, it is out there.
Right.
I mean, there is a comic book out there.
And knowing like, them, they probably got like some 20-year plan they're trying to execute. Yeah. I mean, the first one was 10 years. Now we're on to the next 10. So, you know.
I also heard, this is off the subject. I also heard down the pipeline they're doing a Midnight Suns.
Isn't that a game?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I'd have to look that up to check on that. I haven't seen a game called Midnight Suns.
I thought I saw a trailer for it. That they were wearing some like cool looking weird costumes that aren't their original costumes, but it was some chick in like Venom and something. I think I saw a trailer for it or something like that.
Basically, Midnight or Wolf by Midnight, the new series that just dropped on Disney.
Werewolf
by Night, yeah. That kind of opens it up for it.
Oh, like a monster version.
But they haven't really said when they're going to release it. I mean,
of course.
There's some names floating around about who's going to be acting, who's going to be playing what characters, and
it's still all in the early stages.
Yeah, so. they probably haven't even got it off the damn table yet.
Right. Nothing's been finalized.
So, as far as She-Hulk, if they do make another season of the series, I hope they kind of lay back off the fourth wall breaking as much, because it seemed like they were doing it like 5 or 6 times per episode.
Right.
And that's a little they don't even do it that much in the comic book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's during like certain important moments, like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like he'll take you through his assassinations and shit. He'll be like, "Hey kids, come along," and then like in the first Deadpool, like when he jumps off the bridge, he's basically talking to you, and he's like, "Hey, won't you follow me?" And he jumps down there and kills all them dudes inside the fucking car and shit. So I'd like them to see more of that.
Okay.
Like maybe 2 or 3 times, not 5 or 6 times. I think sometimes they just overdid it in some of the episodes.
How do you feel they did about her suit?
Look. Small changes for the modern era.
Fair. Spandex. That's stretchy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about them just bringing in some random tailor who, you know, just makes super suits. I mean, I understand that Iron Man usually makes all the suits for everybody, but he was just kind of like thrown in there. I mean, but that's kind of what tied Matt Murdock into being in town. So, I mean, it all comes together.
Yeah, because they kind of show the helmet did Daredevil's helmet in the box. He's like, "Damn it! I told you, customer privacy." And he puts the lid on it. But for what it was,
right? It was a good show. It was a good show. The ending is a little shaky, but it's still worth the watch. Definitely, between the comedy and the action that they have, and even some of the more serious moments.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely is worth it.
We will be doing more videos of some more of these series and some of the movies, and we'll also do videos on anime and stuff like that. So check us out, because I'm pretty sure this ain't going to be the only video on our channel.
Better not be.
Because we've been making a lot of them for you guys. So that is coming soon. So is there anything else?
That's it. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you have watched She-Hulk, what were your thoughts? Anything you feel like they could have done better, or any parts you thought were just horrible? I mean, let us know. You know, do you agree or disagree with how we feel about it? You know,
Right. Leave us a comment if there's some videos you'd like to see us do. Maybe some movies or discussions you'd like to see us do.
Right.
Leave that down in the comments. We'll always be checking them. Once again, thanks for coming back to Heroes Palace, where the doors always open. I'm Big B.
I'm tezdahero.
And thanks again.